Okay. Well. Yay. Yes, got my glasses on too. So, yeah. Let's hope I don't fog up my glasses. Because, we're all gonna be in trouble then. Uh, what's that say? I use these more to see far away, but it, it also can help when it comes down to reading these. But yeah, first of first of all, like the first state, um, that this channel made it to 50 subscribers within 3 weeks. Well, technically we got 10 more subscribers, so, but within 3 weeks, that's actually fairly good, I'll say. Because like 3 weeks ago, I did a thanks for 40 subs video, and then now we're at 50. So obviously, I'm always doing like can we get like 10 more subs to get to 60 and all of that? But my goal is to try and get to like 100 subs by the end of this year. But if we don't get to that, that's no biggie. Because we'll most likely get to it next year too. But yeah, um, like I said, once we got to 50 subs, I'd do another Cryptid Time. Well, I wasn't expecting to do it this quickly, so that's kind of good. And sorry if you see that light. It's the UVB for let me just show you. Let me just quickly. It's that UVB for my leopard gecko, Ash. Which, if she wasn't so skittish, which for some reason I've been like been what? Sorry, I've been unfortunate enough to get cranky reptiles. Well, I don't call it unfortunate, but they are unfortunate. But Ash is sleeping. It's yeah, but anyways, obviously, cryptid uh time. But if here, I'll show you the thing. It's author, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But this is obviously the book I read out of. You can guarantee you can find it on Amazon or some other place, but I got it at Barnes and Noble here in the United States. But if you're not in the United States and like in like somewhere else or whatever, guarantee you could find this book online if you're into cryptids and just want a good read, or if you're in. Yeah, that's the. Okay, cool. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, I got caught up. But, yeah. Guarantee you can find it online if you like cryptid stuff, so yeah. Oh, also, really? many more pages? 93. Okay. So if I want to, and I will, I can finish off the terrestrial or like land walking animals, and we can go straight into the well the aerial cryptids, so flying cryptids. Um, and actually, this book's now technically outdated now, because on the first, like on one of the first pages, the they have the ivory-billed woodpecker. Well, I shouldn't say it's outdated because cryptozoology is pseudoscience, looking for animals that may not exist or may not exist anymore. So this is actually good for us. But the ivory-billed woodpecker has been deemed not extinct now. And that was actually fairly recently, too. So if you want to say this book's outdated on calling it a cryptid, you can, but here's the problem. It it's still a cryptid. Because I mean, people are gonna always say, "Oh, it's that there's no more animals, blah this, blah that." But yeah. Anyways, here's a funny one. We'll start off with. Hold on, how long is this one? Just to make sure. Oh, okay. Not even a page. Well, technically, if it wasn't on 2 pages, it'd be just 1 full page. But yeah. Anyways, sewer. Hold on. Let me. I need lighting. Okay, come on, drunk. Wait. Okay, good. Yep. Okay. Yep. Ooh, almost showed off the drawing some. Sewer alligator. Or alligators. Alligators are known to inhabit sewers and drain pipes in their natural range. Are they? Oh yeah, technically they are, considering most of those drain pipes open up into like marshes and swamps and push out terrible water and all of that, poisoned waters, whatever. So yeah, makes sense that a gator could easily crawl in or swim into a sewer. Same goes for, not to mention, there's tons of food in there too for them, if they like rats, and maybe even bats, and mice, and maybe the occasional snake. Anyways, but let's see. But reports also occasionally surface of alligators in the sewers of northern cities, particularly New York City. It is believed that the sewer alligators originated as pets. Yeah, New Yorkers are stupid like that. Even zoos and training facilities say crocodilians are not good pets. So why would you want to go out there and get one for yourself? Because they're cool. Until they get 10 foot and eat your face off. But yeah, anyways. Let's see here. Originated as pets with their owners either flushing them down the toilet or placing them in storm drains when the gators grow too large to be comfortably kept. You're telling me that a gator that's able to fit down a a toilet pipe is too big for you. The gator has to be about like that. Like that big. And about that skinny. Or that skinny. Narrow. To fit down a toilet. So you just bought a baby alligator for who knows how much. And now you're gonna feed it like once or twice and then throw it away? That's like me getting Chico and then selling him. Even though, granted, how much of a pain in the butt he is, I wouldn't mind doing that. But I won't. But still, it's the same idea. That's stupid. Anyways, let's see. Enough people have done this to create a stable breeding population of sewer alligators. Steam pipes for Manhattan's massive heating system keep the sewers warm enough through the winter for the cold-blooded reptiles to survive, and the abundance of rats and other rodents provide ample food. See? Now, question. Would they change colors in living in all of that water? Because if they exist, we need to pull one out, check the color, length, size, too, of the gator, and then go to, like, a zoo, or have someone from down in Louisiana, Florida, Texas, whatever, Mississippi, shoot, any of those areas, frickin' Alabama, if you wanted to, Georgia, find someone who, like a researcher there, and check the alligators living in those swamps to see which colors they are, see if it matches, see how long they are, because if you think about it, they'd have to be slower or smaller to first of all stay a healthy size on just rats. So they have to be small. Unless they eat the occasional human or dog, but I don't think that's the case. So let's see. But they are correct. The heating would help. Yep, okay. Here's the alligator. That's actually the best looking alligator drawing I've ever seen. It doesn't look like a crocodile, it looks more like an alligator. That's cool. Not to mention, they probably stink worse than regular alligators too, living in sewage. The most detailed and credible account of the alligators in New York's sewers come from Robert Daly's 1959 book, The World Beneath the City. The book chronicles the challenges encountered in supplying the densely populated island of Manhattan with the utilities needed for a modern city to thrive. For the book, Daly interviewed Teddy May, the former commissioner of sewers for New York City. May states that sewer inspectors first began reporting alligator encounters in 1935, May began an eradication campaign that involved poisoning the alligators and hunting down any survivors with rifles. The campaign was believed to be a success, but reports of sewer alligators again began surfacing in the 1960s and continue to this day. Well, I mean, considering I'm close to New York now, it's about a few hours to a day drive just to get most likely into New York State, and then who knows how long for New York City. So yeah. But why would I want to go check that out? I'm germophobic. Why would I want to crawl into a sewer? Not to mention, why would I want to look for gators anyhow? In a place that has rats. I'm fine with snakes. I'm fine with tarantulas, because spiders, most spiders I'm creeped out by. But clowns, scorpions, heights, and rats, and mice, all of those terrify me. Seriously? Oh, and the dark. Mostly for what's in it and what I've seen in the dark, but yeah. Let's see. Oh. Yes. Yeah. This is another one that I have a hard time believing in. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Sheepsquatch. I have a hard time believing this one exists. Anyways, hailing from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, home of the Mothman. Hey, I was there in like October at the Mothman Museum. If you're ever in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, I suggest you stop by that Mothman Museum. It's small and it's mostly reading the articles, but it's still cool. And if you like cryptids and all of that, there you go. I seriously wish I recorded my walkthrough of that, but nah. Let's see. Sheepsquatch is a fairly controversial cryptid. Witnesses describe Sheepsquatch as a 6 or 7 foot tall bipedal animal with the body of an ape and the head of a ram. The body is covered in shaggy white fur. Sheepsquatch is considered very shy, and encounters are brief as the animal is quick to hide from view. The fact that Sheepsquatch sightings were not reported until the 1990s, along with the playful name, have led some cryptozoologists to take a very negative view of the cryptid. They believe that the creature is an obvious fabrication and cheapens the entire field of research. Believers explain the recent appearance of Sheepsquatch by noting the similarities to the more common goat people of the eastern United States. They claim that Sheepsquatch is simply a modern name for a creature that has been known for centuries. Maybe, but then again, you gotta think about the area it's in. It's frickin' West Virginia, okay? And No offense to anybody who's in West Virginia, but I live in Pennsylvania. Most of these people are, if you go into the cities, are either drunk or high. And then if you go into the country, they're crazy hillbillies. That's me. I'm a crazy hillbilly. Well, technically I'm a redneck, but literally and figuratively, because if you cut my hair in the back too short, my neck is red. But anyways, uh, um, West Virginians and Pennsylvanians are not that much different. Besides, they live more in the, I guess, foothills, or not foothills, but like mountain range of Appalachia more. And we are on the foothills, but still, this high altitude makes people crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. This is one I don't really believe. The sewer alligators make sense because obviously we've always had gators. Well, not always, but we've had gators as pets all the time, and just now are stating you're a idiot if you think owning a gator is good. Now, when I'm older and have a zoo, I do want to get crocodiles and alligators, but that's more for conservation, blah this, blah that. Not to mention, I more than anything want albinos and melanistics, just so I can show them off and all of that. But even still, I'll be wasting probably 8 more years of my life once I'm out of high school for college to get a doctorate's degree in zoology, just so I'm able to have a zoo or facility to take care of animals. And even I'll admit, alligators are cool, but when they have the ability to get up to like 12 feet, and many people in Louisiana have said some of those alligators are descendants of 20 footers and all of that, and 15 footers. So they have the ability to get that big. You need large room, and you need lots of food. An average person ain't gonna have enough food to sustain an animal like that. So don't get an alligator or a crocodile. Or any crocodile. If you want any reptiles, get a leopard gecko, a corn snake, or a ball python. Or rat snakes. Any other rat snake besides a corn snake. Because rat snakes are hardy. Or other types of geckos that are still easy. But yeah, anyways. So the sewer alligators make sense. But like I said, in all of this, let me know what you think down below. Oh, great. I don't like this name. Mostly because I don't know how to pronounce it. But the Shunka Warakin. Warakin. Something like that. Let's see. The Shunka Warakin is a dog or hyena-like cryptid, native to the vast prairies of North America. The creature's name means carry off dogs in the language of the Iowa tribe, commonly seen by Native Americans before European contact. Habitat loss severely reduced the number of Shunka Warakins, and sightings had become increasingly rare by the end of the 19th century. Shunka Warakin sightings are now extremely rare as the tallgrass prairie it calls home has been almost completely tilled under. Note that the northwest territories of Canada, the Shunka Warakin, is known by the name Wahila. Okay. While comparable in size to a wolf or a large dog, the Shunka Warakin is identifiable by high shoulders that slope down to its head. In this way, the body shape is more akin to that of a hyena than a wolf. The Shunka Warakin is predominantly gray, but its coloration can have distinct red and yellow aspects. The Shunka Warakin has been reported to occasionally scavenge dead carcasses. This behavior, in addition to its appearance, has led to considerable debate over the relationship of the Shunka Warakin to other animals. So, some believe it is a member of the canine family, while others believe it is likely related to the hyena, which is actually more closely related to the felines than the canines. Incredibly, 2 known Shunka Warakin have been killed. The first was an individual shot by Israel Amon Hutchins in 1886 in southwest Montana, not far from Yellowstone National Park. Interesting. And let's see. The animal was mounted and is currently on display at a museum in Ennis, Montana. Ooh. The second was shot in eastern Montana in November of 2006. Ooh, okay, so that was recent. The animal was responsible for the slaughter of over 120 sheep over a 1-year period. Initially, the kills were credited to wolves, and ranchers were given permits to shoot any wolves seen attacking their flocks. When the responsible creature was finally shot, however, it became clear that the animal was not a wolf. Unable to identify it, wildlife officials sent DNA tissue samples to UCLA for analysis. Results were never released to the public. Dang. But ooh, that's interesting. So there is one taxidermied on display in a museum in Montana. That's interesting. Very interesting. And then, yeah, this is, yeah. Nah. No, I don't really want to do this one. So we'll skip that one and do these next. Okay, there's interesting. We're practically almost done with this book. All we have is the last of the the first of Ariel's, aerial cryptids, not aerials. But yeah. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Obviously. Um, Let me know what you think of these animals, creatures, whatever, in the comments down below. But I'll give you my thoughts, obviously. Um, Sewer alligators. There was a video of one in New York at one time, but I believe they said it was there because of a hurricane or some flooding. That one, I don't know what the reason was for it escaped a facility or something like that. But that could be a cover up. Anyhow, the Sheepsquatch. I already gave you my 2 cents. West Virginians are just as crazy as Pennsylvanians. I mean, for Christ's sake, one of our most famous cryptids is a crying pig in the woods. It's called the squonk. If anybody wants to look it up, it's SQUONK. Squonk, and it's a crying pig of Pennsylvania. But for the Shunka Warakin, that's interesting. 2 shots, or like 2 animals killed. One was a long time ago, but that's still mounted in a museum. I want to look for that. I won't be able to probably find it or like put a link in, so you'll have to look it up your own. Obviously, all of these animals will. I need to pull my book back out for the title, but obviously you'll actually no, that's easy to remember. Honestly, you'll read the titles and you'll see the animal's name. But the Shunka Warak'in, it's interesting. And like I said, one in 2006, which is fairly recent. It's 15 years ago. But the weird thing is, why is it they never released the test results? That's the weird part. You'd think it most likely was probably all over the news going, what is this? This unidentified animal shot and killed or whatever. But the stuff was never released to the public. So either it like didn't exist, or B, they were trying to keep it a secret. I don't know, but that's interesting. So yeah, like I said, leave me know down in the comments below. Also, like what you think, but also leave me know down in the comments below. Would you prefer if Cryptid Times were more often or less often? Like where I do one and it gets posted, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months go by, who knows, however long, and then I do another one. Like that, or more common, like once every like 3 weeks, or once every every month or twice every month. I don't know. So let me know how often you want me to do one of these, as well as what you think of these animals down below. So until next time, I'll see you all on the next hunt.